Mind right, shine bright.
Yeah, we talking about it.
We on healing the light.
Sit down, let's vibe.
Check in, breathe in.
You ain't in this fight alone.
Mind right, shine bright.
Say it twice, say it proud.
Lift up what you hide inside.
We here, say it loud.
Strong heart, clear mind. This your mental health.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Anthony. Welcome to another edition of Space, the podcast. What's going on, y'all? What's up, what's up, what's up? So I have two new guests on my show today, but before I introduce them to y'all, I want to say Happy New Year 2026. Welcome to 2026, y'all. I know I have not seen y'all since like 2025. I'm so sorry. I actually been getting stuff together, for a lot of things that's coming up this year. But thank y'all for having, sticking with me. This is Black History Month. All right. So I'm excited. This is my Black History Month episode. So let's bring in my guests. I got my fam here from my church fam, my friends, City of Praise Family Ministries. I've got Slay and I've got Chelly. Yo, my peeps. What's up, y'all?
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks.
No, literally, like, the minute you sent it out, I was like, I'm sad. I'm sad.
I'm so happy that y'all came on. So I'm going to start with you, Slay. Tell everybody who you are. What do you do? Give just a little brief background of Slay.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Chelly Sawyer. I am 21 years old. I am a college student currently attending the illustrious Morgan State University as a business administration major and a vocal performance major because I just found out yesterday that I'm a double major. Did not know. But nothing but God. Nothing but God.
Nothing but.
I'm really excited to be here today. I am a yapper, so I'm just excited to talk, and I just love being Black. Can I say that? I love being Black.
Yes.
And gifted. Like,
Yes.
come on now.
I mean, come on now. I mean, Black that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? This is Black History Month.
Really where it's at.
Yeah.
Come on now. So I'm really excited to be here. Shout out to Anthony for giving me this opportunity, and I can't wait to talk.
Thank you. Thank you for being on. Chelly, you are next. What's up, girl? How are you? Who are you? Tell everybody who you are.
Hey, y'all. My
Yes.
name is Chelly Carter. Number one, thank you so much, Anthony. Oh, I greatly appreciate this opportunity for both of us. Like, you did that. Most likely, Jesus did that.
Daddy
No.
did. Daddy did. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, you
You
better
know,
preach
Look.
it.
Come on
You
up.
better preach it.
Right.
Look.
How can I be able to put this? Administrative assistant.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Just for like near 6 years. Yes.
All right.
You know, serve the Lord.
That's right.
And yeah, I'm amaze balls. Excuse the background. I'm in DC. So yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on. Thank you both for being on. I really appreciate it. I think this is going to be such a powerful episode. And this isn't like your typical, Black History podcast episode, This isn't a thing of where I'm just stating facts, like your ordinary facts about, President Obama being the first African-American president. We all know that. This isn't that type of podcast, you know what I'm saying? But this is a call to action Black History Month podcast because the title of this is called Black History Isn't Trending, It's Bleeding, you know what I'm saying? And I want to I want to read this. So, Black history, it isn't trending, it's bleeding. Black Americans make up just 13% of the US population, but account for 22% of fatal police shootings. And we're nearly 3 times more likely to be killed by police than white people, as you can see throughout the news. Our youth, they're dying as well. Suicide is now the third leading cause of death among Black teens and young adults. And when we cry, the system, where is it? I mean, the system, it laughs at us, you know what I'm saying? And Black adults with poor mental health, they don't really get the treatment like they need. This particular episode it's not just another episode. It's like a call to action, you know what I'm saying? And I really cannot wait to go ahead and dive into what we're going to talk about. So I'm ready. And just so everybody is aware of my context of where I got those facts from, it was some facts from the Kaiser Family Foundation, also the NAACP and Mapping Police Violence research compiled by both of those as well. So we're actually going to go ahead and get started. All right, so let's dive into this first question, and we're calling to action. All right. So I know you guys are all aware of what happened with our president, put it that way. He released there was a meme, a racist meme that was released from his account. And it was of the Obamas, former President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. And their bodies, it had monkeys. Their heads were on the bodies of monkeys. And so I'm going to give you a timeline of of how it started. So on his official Truth Social account, that post stayed up for 12 hours. All right. So let's think about it like this. Video was posted on his account and it included the 2020 election fraud. That's what his team said it was based on, the voter fraud, you know? And again, the video remained up for 12 hours. It was finally taken down, finally, but it was a lot of outrage on it. And the White House press secretary, she came on the scene. She said that, it was just a harmless video. All of the other Democratic officials were on there because they had, and and what got me with her was she always would mention, oh, Kamala Harris, she was on there, and Kamala's face was on a turtle. So first she says that all the other Democrats and stuff, they were in that video, but within this voter fraud video, quote unquote. But if there were others on there, why do you keep mentioning another Black person, another African American female? So first you depict the Obamas as monkeys, and then you depict former vice president as a turtle. But you constantly say, oh no, it was not racist. It was other African Americans. We have, we have Kamala Harris, she was on there. And then they say, oh, it was based on The Lion King. Like, what? The Lion King? Seriously? So first it was voter fraud. Then it was based on The Lion King. And then they knew about it, quote unquote. They said they know about it and stop all the fake outrage. Then as people got all upset about it even more, then it was, oh, a White House aide released it. Okay, White House aide, but you don't mention the name of the White House aide or whoever this person is. It's just the aide has released it, you know, and we don't know who this person is. No name, no consequences, no nothing. So, it's just crazy that they constantly just turned it. And it was just like, really? And our lovely, lovely president, he refused to apologize. He said, I didn't make a mistake. That was their fault. Had they looked at the video, none of this would happen. But it came from your account, you know. You are the commander in chief. You are the one that should hold accountability. So I'm going to lead in to this question right here. Why do people rush to defend racist imagery when it targets the Black leaders, but demand apologies when white figures are mocked? And before you answer that, I got into an argument with this guy on the internet because he was like, it's a double standard for us. Because, people were arguing, were upset about the picture and the memes, but he was like, whoa, our president, they posted a picture of him and he has a monkey and everything beside him. I'm like, you can't compare the two because African Americans, we have been depicted as monkeys our whole entire lives.
Uh-huh.
That's the truth. That is the racist truth. You can't compare the two. So that's the question. Yeah. Why do people rush to defend racist imagery when it targets the Black leaders, but demand apologies when white figures are mocked?
As you was talking about it, my blood was boiling. Okay. My blood was boiling because I find it interesting of like jumping on to, well, Donald Trump, his face was on a monkey and stuff like that. I also remember it was certain parts of science that say all humans comes from monkeys anyway. But then for some reason black people is the ones depicted to the apes, right? And then
Mm-hmm,
and they
mm-hmm.
made a
Right.
movie, right? And then the Planet of the Apes, right? And they made sure that like, they made most jokes where a black person's attached to some meme with the Planet of the Apes with the Caesar is home, right? Kind of vibe.
Right.
Some way, somehow.
Mm-hmm,
And I find it interesting where people be like, it's 2026. Racism is over. Y'all still worrying about that? But meanwhile, I thought Jim Crow mindset was also back in, but it's still here today,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
So I find that I find that interesting. Then also treating another, I would say another race of people like they're less than, right? Less than. They're threats, which I find it very interesting and where like my sister right here, black women is the most educated women that is owned. Just
Right.
throwing that out there. Just throwing that
Mm-hmm,
out
Yeah.
there. Okay,
mm-hmm,
fine, cool,
mm-hmm,
cool, cool, cool. Right? Let's be quite frank. Michelle Obama did her thing while being on the
Mm-hmm.
side of Barack Obama. So I find that very, and they was applauding her. What she made a book. Also, she has a movie. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a movie out now. Becoming, isn't it?
mm-hmm,
Is that it?
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who did one?
Yes.
Who know what she's supposed to do?
Come on now. Come on now. And also justifying violence for Black people. Let's also talk about that one as well.
Mm-hmm,
When it comes down to which I find it very interesting. When black on black crime happens, it's glorified. When someone shoot up a whole block, it's glorified. You also allow music to glorify murder and push that agenda upon the children, the generation underneath us, to make them think, oh, murdering is okay. No, it's not. But it is okay. But then
mm-hmm,
also in the White House, you wants to say, oh, it's just a joke of putting a head on a monkey. It's just a joke of putting a face with black paint over it. It's just a
mm-hmm,
joke,
mm-hmm.
right? It's just a
Right.
joke, but no one is taking accountability here.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You're dismissing your chance to show that you are a leader. You're
Right.
literally dismissing that opportunity. So then now
Mhm.
it's a bunch of children or followers yelling at followers, and it's just like, who is going to be the adult here?
Mhm.
Who is going to be the adult? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then this imagery. Everybody want to have a good image, right? But not willing to take the adult steps of making sure that their image don't get tarnished because how quick God will turn the tables
Mhm.
Mm.
That part.
on them.
That
It's
part.
a We all got to answer to somebody. We all got to answer to somebody. You may believe
Right.
who, you may believe that, you may believe hada, but hey, we all gonna have to answer to somebody. Just know
Mhm. Mhm.
our time is coming. That's that's
Right.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Mm.
Soleil?
Well, as I was looking at this question, God led me to Acts 10:34.
Speak it.
And, you
Uh,
know, as believers, we are called to reflect on God's character.
mhm.
So why do we defend the the humanizing of our imagery when it targets back on the leaders anyways?
Mhm.
Like, it, and it makes my blood boil, like what Shelly said when Trump posted that video of Michelle and Obama as monkeys. Come on now, we all trade back to us as monkeys. And honestly, if you do a side by side photo, we all know who really look like the monkeys at the end of the day. We all know who look like the monkeys at the end of the day. So the fact that they can
That
say
part.
to our face, "Oh yeah, no, you're a monkey. Oh yeah, no, you're a gorilla. You're an ape." Nah, nope, And going back on what Shelly said about black on black crime, because I actually was in class talking about this earlier. It's really bad out here in Baltimore.
Mhm.
It's really bad out here with black on black crime, and we have organizations on my campus that is actually trying to go out and protest,
Mhm.
this is not okay. Like, and the
Mhm.
fact that we're not doing anything about it as a community doesn't make it any better either.
Yeah.
It does not make it better. I
Right.
know the mayor out here, Brandon Scott, he talks about it a lot.
Mhm.
And, he wants to make some changes. Also, our governor of Maryland, Westmore, he also wants to make changes. But how are we as a community going to make a change? How can
Exactly.
we all come together saying, "Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do that." We have social media. Y'all can go on social media and protest. You don't have to
Mhm.
step out the house. If you don't feel comfortable stepping out the house, you just post on social media, talk about how you feel. It'll blow up. It'll get on somebody's Instagram feed. It'll get on somebody's Facebook feed. But
Mhm.
it takes us as a community to fight together for what's right and not what's wrong,
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you on that. I want to ask another question. So, what does it say about our culture that calling out racism is labeled fake outrage?
Ain't that a term like White House in the making or no?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I was just
Mhm.
about to ask, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, they did make that. That's what the press secretary said.
What?
Yeah, that's what she said. The press secretary said.
Wow.
Yeah. She said fake outrage. That this whole situation was fake outrage.
Wow. See, now that I know that, I
Yeah.
feel like I gotta
So,
change my answer around now that I know that. Oh my goodness, wow.
yeah.
Mm.
So when people, and I'll put it to you like this, because I had a back and forth with this guy, and I ended up just having to stop going back and forth with him because it was just tiring. Because he was saying that racism, it didn't, that picture, it didn't affect him. I said, so regardless of what we think, well, before he said that, I said, regardless of our views, because you brought in, looks like you're bringing in political views, and I didn't ask for that. I just asked the simple question was, what are your feelings about this picture? Because you're going on and on about political views, and that's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about what are your true feelings about this picture, regardless of your political ideology.
Yeah.
And that's when he said, oh, well, I think it's funny. I think it's absolutely funny. I have no views on it pretty much. I think it's funny. And I said, well, you may think it's funny, but to me, it's not, because I've dealt with racism. My people have dealt with racism our entire lives, especially with that monkey symbolism, you know. And imagine you're waking up and you see that picture and that's floating around for 12 hours. Then nobody's held accountable for it. People are laughing at it all on social media. People are saying, oh, this is funny. Oh, this is, why are people outraged about this? And you're just sitting there and you're just wondering, like, is this really happening right now? Is this the America that we are living in, And you have to look at it from my perspective, you know? So this isn't fake outrage. This is calling out blatant racism. And it was literally talking like we were talking, I was talking against a brick wall. It was just not going, affecting him. And that's what it's like. I've noticed since with this presidency, I've noticed that people's true colors are now coming out.
I I definitely agree. And it's sad that it plays into this agenda where everybody is desensitized, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Where everybody is immobile, right?
mhm,
Everybody is just like they're just, huh. And when you was explaining that, I could imagine like walk with me here, walk with me. I could
mhm,
imagine like we're all like in high school, right? We're all in high school, and like that jock is always like the quarterback and everything
mhm,
like that,
mhm,
right?
Yeah.
Imagine like the quarterback had like this embarrassing picture while he was like at a party, so it was an embarrassing picture, and then that
mhm,
picture get plastered over the whole entire high school for
mhm,
12 hours. For 12 hours. No
mhm,
one is taking none of these pictures down. Everybody's laughing, mimicking, putting it on their social media, tagging it, reposting everything.
mhm,
Everything. And he's looking around like, no justice? No one is willing to fight for me? No, but it's a joke. It's
mhm,
funny. It's hee
Right.
hee ha ha.
Right.
It's hee hee ha ha. Like, hello? And then what makes the situation even worse is like the crazy part is we're so used to it, we will have to teach our children to get accustomed to it too.
yeah,
And their children have to teach their children. And another
Yeah.
and it's like, why do we have to go through this? Even
yeah,
though Jesus set us free.
Mm.
mhm,
Why do we constantly have to? And then Jesus is rated E for everybody. So if you think that doesn't apply to people as
mhm,
well, it
mhm,
Mhm.
does.
mhm,
It does. And then
mhm,
with the situation with ICE, when they find, ooh, I loved it. I loved it, baby. I loved it when they was finally able to see a little bit of the treatment we
mhm,
constantly go through. Now an uproar end up happening. Now,
mhm,
man, but they opened up the floodgates of justice. Now everybody is appalled. Everybody know that word appalled. That word a white
mhm,
person say they appalled. They appalled. They make eye contact the same way how we be like,
mhm,
yeah,
Right.
mhm. And you know what? Speaking of ICE, that was our next segment that we're gonna talk about. Because you know what? Oh, snap. They care now. That's that next
Mm.
sentiment. Uh huh.
Oh,
Snap. They care now. So let's do a timeline on what happened with the Minneapolis events with ICE. So January 7th, 2026, Renee Good, right?
Mm.
U.S. citizen, fatally shot. Uh, horrible by ICE agent in Minneapolis. The incident, according to reports, Good was in her SUV acting as a legal observer of ICE activity. Video footage shows an agent circling her vehicle, and after she attempted to drive away, the agent fired 3 shots, striking her in the head, the chest, and the arm. Now, the official claim was the Department of Homeland Security. They claimed that she tried to run over the agent. That was the claim. However, the contradiction was
no, I
the
wasn't.
bystander video. The bystander video
Tell it.
Come on.
and statements. Minnesota officials challenged this, showing Good was angling her car away from the agents when she was shot. Now, we're going to go to January 22nd. All right.
Okay.
Private autopsy report for Renee Good was released, confirmed she was unarmed and was shot 3 times in the forearm, the breast, and the head.
Mm.
January 24th, another incident. Alex Jeffrey Pratt, a U.S. citizen, fatally shot by customs officer in Minneapolis, less than 2 miles from where Good was killed.
Wow. What?
The incident was helping, he was helping a woman who had been pepper sprayed by federal agents while documenting the scene with his phone, right? The official claim. Federal agencies initially claimed that Alex brandished a loaded weapon and violently resisted. So, in other words, he was trying to pull his gun.
Mm.
The contradiction, this is where it gets it.
Talk about
Mm.
it.
Video again
What did it say?
showed that Alex was holding a phone, holding his
Mm.
phone, not a
Not a
gun,
gun. Oh my
when he was taken to the ground and was shot. February 7th, we're going to go on down the timeline. The New York Times reports that federal prosecutors investigating Renee Good's killings were ordered by senior U.S. officials, including FBI Director Kash Patel, to halt their investigation.
I know you're
Mm-hmm.
lying.
Huh?
I am not lying.
I know you trucking lie. I know you.
He said, I know you mother trucking.
Mm.
I
Yep.
Wow.
So let's rewind, right? And so
Yeah.
now of course, it's been protests in Minneapolis. It's been protests all over with getting iced out of there. But you know why so much protest now all of a sudden? Because why? Because ICE has been killing people and been kidnapping people of color for a while now, right?
For a while.
For a while.
Probably like
But
probably like since Trump's been in office again for this term, probably like 6 months now, I think.
yeah, he started enacting that. So, and it's gotten worse, but it wasn't that big of an uproar. But all of a sudden, oh snap, 2 things happened, 2 killings. And what is different about these 2 killings? They're white.
Oh, baby, no. Break it down. Break it down. Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Let's break it
Okay.
down. Let's break it down.
Go. Y'all break it down. Break it down for us.
Walk with me. Walk with
Come
me.
on now.
Okay.
Walk
Okay.
with. I'm
So,
walking. I'm walking.
so,
I'm
so, so,
listening.
so, baby girl was on the
Uh-huh.
side, had her car angled SUV, telling people you could go ahead and come through. Go ahead, come through. I'm
Mm-hmm.
here to protest. I'm not here to harm nobody. Okay,
Amen.
fine. So
Mm-hmm.
so I step up on the scene. They're
Mm-hmm.
talking to her. They're saying that she's antagonizing them and all this extra stuff while she's in the car. So I didn't know a little dancey shimmy shimmy and a little tongue of hair too was gonna antagonize Ice member. Okay, cool. So then they come to her door. Of course, you're going to get scared when you see two grown men and you a woman. Two grown men. One is trying to force his way to get into your SUV.
Oh,
Hold it.
then
Oh,
No
yes.
warrant, no nothing.
No
But
oh
warrant,
mind
no
you.
then
nothing.
they got
No
masks on. Then they got
nothing.
masks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't
That's
forget the
another
masks.
thing that's killing me too.
Don't
Got the
don't
mask.
forget the masks. Everything.
Yeah.
No
Negated
ID.
the
Yeah.
Fourth Amendment to
Mm-hmm.
U.S. man.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. So you got one man with the one hand trying to get into her car, and you had the
Mm-hmm.
other one. So she's getting scared. She's trying to turn, skirt, or get away from them. Then my man said, "You know what? I'm not letting you go nowhere." Right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Real nice, right? Right? Okay, okay. And then also break this down.
Break it
Wasn't
down.
wasn't she bleeding to death?
Mm-hmm.
And she
Mm-hmm.
needed
She was.
aid?
She was.
Then she needed aid? It
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
wasn't. I think I was starting putting two to two together. Wasn't it someone that was a physician that said I could help her, and they said stand down,
Yeah.
They
They
so
said
did.
back. They said back away. They said don't touch her.
gave her a military term, stand down.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, that's
And
first person. That's first person. She's part of LGBT, which I find it very interesting. Y'all gonna treat
I didn't
her
know. Oh, I didn't
that
know that.
way.
I
Y'all
didn't
gonna
know
treat
that either.
her that way. Okay.
Wow.
So then now, second person, right? Cool.
Mhm.
Man works for the VA. So that means he that mean ain't he a nurse? Yeah, on top of that too. Wasn't he a nurse?
He
Okay.
He
was. Yeah.
was. He was. He a
Okay,
nurse.
okay, fine. And it was a picture with a flag that was in the back. So that lets me know he was a little important out here. Okay, fine. He was there to defend a woman,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
he had a weapon on his side already. And
Mm-hmm.
told them that he was armed. But he ain't
Right.
trying to aim it at them. He's recording of what is going on. His heartfelt sorrow, he had sympathy. Let me make sure this woman is okay. Are you okay? Was the last words that he said before he died.
Mm.
He said, "Are you okay?" They all jumped up on him and everything like that. They snatched a weapon before they emptied near the clip on him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, they
snatched
did.
his weapon before they emptied, what was it, 10 shots?
Yeah.
10 shots
Mm.
on him.
Yeah.
So, like, what were you about to say?
I was trying to find the video, but 2 weeks ago, I found a video of this dude walking up to an ICE officer, and
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "Why do you do this? Like, why why you kidnapping babies? Why you kidnapping people of color? Why are you killing the U.S. citizens?" And the ICE officer literally said, "Because I find it funny, and it brings goodness to my heart."
You don't even know what goodness is. It'll smack you in the face, baby. So don't
But
even
but
try to
no,
go there.
he literally
Don't
started laughing
try
in the
to
dude's
go
face,
there.
and he said, "I find it funny. This is fun for me. This is
No,
entertainment."
that's pure evil.
And
That's
it was a
pure
dead
evil.
body on the ground while he was saying this, mind you. It was
Wow.
some random old lady. He was like, "You see this? I do this for fun. I do this because I find enjoyment." I I was just like, "Hello?
And y'all know,
Excuse me?"
that's
And I think this
that
was
those
in
are
Minnesota too. I don't, this was before Renee Good though. But
that's before
still,
when they get wow.
yeah, but still the
Wow.
fact that You
Yeah.
said this? Because they were like, take your mask off, take your mask off. Like, why are you doing this? He was like, I'm not taking my mask off for you. And I'm just like, because you already know you're in
Hmm.
the wrong. You're in
And
the
you know,
wrong.
these agents that are all in this mess, these are not real ICE agents. These are all, we all know who they really are. They the Proud Boys. They are all those guys that got pardoned from our lovely commander in chief.
Yeah.
And all of them are now working for him. But oh yeah, I told you that this is going to be a lovely controversial episode. I told y'all. So to hang on to your seats because it's going to be very controversial. I told y'all that. But yeah, it's very it's crazy. But the thing is though, yeah, why does it take white death for the system to shift? Why does it take for white death to for the system to shift? Somebody let me know that.
Because they're on the
I
top of the chain. Let's be quite
I
frank.
was about to say, because they pay attention to them the most.
Yes, like let's even look at the salary households, right? They get other than Asians, they're right underneath Asians,
Mm-hmm.
right underneath, right
Mm-hmm.
underneath.
And I
So
think Pastor had, or I'm sorry, Bishop had talked about that one Sunday. He was
Yeah,
going
he
over
did.
who makes the most money and who gets the most money when it comes to households, and I think they were right under the Asians. Yep.
Yeah, they were number two. Asians was it what was it 600,000 or 300,000?
I think it was
600,000
600,000.
I think it was six hundred
Asians was
thousand. Yeah.
600,000, and then Caucasians was it 400?
somewhat on the there was
Somewhere
kind
in
of
that
close.
range.
It was
Yeah,
kind of close.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
think they were 400,000.
Because we
And
were literally at the bottom of the list. It was
oh
the
yeah,
Asians first, then the Caucasians,
Caucasian,
then the Latinos, then the
Hispanics.
Mexicans, and then we were last.
And y'all want to know what we were as African Americans, that our salary for the household average salary for African Americans. Take a wild guess, my listeners. Our African Americans, it's $40,000. Can you just think of that? Asians are 600,000, and we are at the bottom of the totem pole at $40,000. I don't have time to go in and to address that. That's a whole nother episode. But yeah, just yeah, I don't have time to address that. That's just crazy to me because that's false on both ends. But anyway, we ain't got time to be talking about that.
Mm, Jesus.
That's a whole nother topic in the episode. But yeah, it you're right. That they are on top of the food chain. So that's why they are it takes white death for the system to change. And what is America saying when Black grief is ignored until white bodies are involved? What is that? What is America saying?
Well, what I can say, I was going to bring up a point where to still answer the first question.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
When the whole thing with Charlie Kirk, when he got shot,
Oh,
that was the
mm,
talk of the century. People were talking
hmm
about that for months.
yes,
Talking about that
yes,
for months. But when a
yes.
black person gets shot, we talk about it for a few minutes and we move right past on it. Like we move right past it. Like, hello? So y'all want to
Hmm.
start taking
because it's
justice down.
normal, baby. Because
But
it's
like they
normal.
wanna
Exactly.
they're not about to say
It's
that. So y'all
just
think it's okay? Y'all think it's normal to, yap about a white person getting killed. But when a black person gets killed, y'all gonna act like it's nothing?
Hmm.
Especially when it's your own kind. You're not as a black person, as a especially if it's a black man, you're not gonna do anything to step up for your brother. As a
Hmm.
black woman, you're not gonna do anything to step up for your sister. Like, what if that was you? What if that was somebody you
Exactly.
would have known? Oh, then it would have been a whole different story, huh? It would have
no,
Hmm.
because now it hits their door. Now it's at their
exactly,
door. They have to take accountability now versus
That
when it's
exactly,
part.
someone else, it's just,
exactly.
it's just a neighbor, we're not supposed to treat thy neighbor the way how we want to be treated. No,
Exactly.
it's just, just the
Exactly.
next person. But then once it finally, death is not normal.
Right.
Doesn't
Hmm.
matter what kind of skin tone you are. Death is not.
Exactly.
It's promised, yes, but glorifying it and saying, "Oh, it's just normal." No,
It's not.
It's
it's
not at all.
Mm-mm.
it's not.
At
And
all.
having the like what? I'm getting a little, my skin go a little bull, cause I kid to you not. I kid to you not. Huh. The situation with all of this, they went against 3 amendments. Now I'm looking like. No one is seeing this. No one is seeing this. Look, okay, so let me just write them. I got them written down real quick. First Amendment to make sure Congress allow us to have the 5 core freedoms to be able to speak freely.
Hmm.
Have our
Mm.
religion, to go out there freely, assembly,
Mm.
press, and all this. Okay, so that's the First Amendment. The Second Amendment to be able to protect me while I'm bearing and keeping my arms. As long as I'm not
Hmm.
Right.
slinging it on, then I'm good, right? I'm supposed to be good. And then the
Hmm.
Fourth
Right.
Amendment, where I'm not supposed to get searched without a reasonable cause.
Right.
Hmm.
Like, how you just go?
Right.
Okay, cool. If you're going against the law right in front of me, but then get mad when other people don't respect the law, but then say we needs to have coof, but then turn around and don't want to take accountability for your little jokes because that's gaslighting. And
Right.
Hmm.
then you go, then but who's going to be the middleman? Who's going to be the middleman? Because the middleman is frustrated too, right? And
Hmm.
Right.
who's going to do it? Who? Because it's just madness versus madness, fire versus fire, and I already know how the Lord feels about that one.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do?
My bright, shine bright.
Yeah, we talking about it.
We gon' heal in the light.
Sit down, let's vibe.
Check in, breathe in.
You ain't